Welcome, welcome. We're going to do some problems from practice 1.3, part 1. This is must do. Let's go. The perimeter of the pink shape is how many square units? You just have to know what perimeter means. Remember, perimeter is the amount of length on the outside of the shape. So it is blank square units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The answer is 12. 12 units is the perimeter of the shape. It's as simple as counting the number of length units. Remember, they're straight line segments that fit on the outside. Same thing for the perimeter on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The answer is 22 units. Easy peasy. That's what perimeter means. Now, important thing to note, if they asked you for area, that's the amount of squares on the inside. Area is the amount of squares on the inside. So if they asked you for the area of this, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 units squared. Units squared for area. What would be the area of this one? Try to do it, but pause the video before I do it. Six units squared. Don't forget to use square units when you're talking about area. All right, easy enough, easy enough. That's just a warm-up. Now we get into a more difficult one. Find the perimeter length of triangle ABC. So what you need to do is you need to find the length of all three sides and add them together. All three sides and add them together. Well, this one, let's look over here, is a right triangle with a base of 1, and it appears to be a height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1 and 6. It's a right triangle. So if I could redraw that out here, 1, 6, I can do my Pythagorean theorem. If you didn't do the Pythagorean theorem lesson, go back and look at that. 1 squared plus 6 squared, and I'll take the square root of it. And this will be 36 plus 1 is 37. So this first side has a length of square root 37. Then I do that for each one of the sides. Square root of a squared plus b squared. In this case, it appears we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 squared plus 4 squared is c squared, and then we're going to square root that. That is the square root of 81 plus 16, or the square root of 97. So this side at the top has a length root 97. Square root 97 for that side at the top. Then we do the last one. Here's our right triangle. It appears to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 and 8. So we will do, go figure again, the square root of 10 squared plus 8 squared, which is the square root of 164. And that will be our length of this side. Square root 164. Okay, now we have the length of all three sides. All we have to do now is add them together. So, calculator, take these three numbers, plug them all into make sure they're square rooted. You cannot add them together and then square root them. You must put in the calculator root 97 plus root 37 plus root 164. You do not need to simplify them. The calculator will do this work for you because it asks you to round to the nearest hundredth. So we'll do square root of 97 plus square root of 37. This is me typing it into my calculator. Plus the square root of 164. And you get 28.7378 blah blah blah. 28.737 and so on and so forth. Remember, it says 2 decimal places, or it says hundredths. Hundredths is 2 decimal places. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So to the nearest hundredth, put a line there. This number is greater than 5, so our final answer is 28.74. 28.74. And you can put this all in your calculator down here as well. Find the area and perimeter of the quadrilateral formed by the 4 points. Area, the amount of space inside. You have to reason about this a little bit carefully. If I look at this, I may notice that this is what's called a kite shape. And it is inside of this rectangle. That rectangle, well, it goes from 5 to 10, so that's 5. And it goes from 4 up to 12, so that's 8. So the rectangle is 5 by 8. And the kite takes up exactly half of that. So we'll do 5 times 8 divided by 2, or 40 divided by 2, meaning the area is 20. 20 units squared. What about the perimeter? This one's a little bit more difficult, but you'll have to take advantage of some symmetry here. This side and this side, the 2 ones I highlighted in red, are the same. So we'll have 2 of those, and the ones I'm highlighting in green here, 2 of these. Just calculate the length of each one, add them all up. Okay, so for the green, we have, I'm looking at, it goes over 2, up 4, 4, 2, Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to skip most of it, but again, you need to be fluent in the Pythagorean theorem in order to do this. Square root of 16 plus 4 is root 20. So there will be 2 square roots of 20. Why 2? Well, there are 2 green sides. So it'll be 2 root 20 plus, and then we need our red sides. I'll erase this. Well, this appears to be over 3 up 4. So it'll be square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is the square root of 25, or just 5. Ah, interesting. Okay. Plus 2 times 5. Again, why 2? Because there are 2 of those sides. And the final result will be whatever we get when we plug this into a calculator to get the correct result. If you wanted to simplify that, it could be 2 times 5 plus root 20. And putting that into a calculator, 2 times 5 plus square root of 20, rounding to the nearest hundredth, I believe they ask, yes, 2 decimal places, gives us 18.94. So this is 18.94. The distance around the shape is 18.94 units. Every time you do one of these, you're simply taking all of the lengths and adding them together. For this trapezoid, the bottom and top are easy. You're just going to count how far they go from one side to the other. Well, this is 14, and this is 1, so that means this part is 13 from there to there. This is going from 4 to 11, so this is 7. So if we want the perimeter, 7 plus 13 plus 2 of these same ones. You calculate the perimeter, you calculate the length of those. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So here you would put the square root of 5 squared plus 3 squared, whatever that equals. We can just plug that straight into the calculator, and we're going to make sure we have 2 of those, because there are 2. 5 squared is 25, 3 squared is 19, is 9. So that makes a total of 34. So plus 2 root 34. Because 1 for this side, 1 for that side. Plug that into a calculator and you'll get your answer for the perimeter. Perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around. For the area, we can do a whole bunch of different things with this. But one that we could do is we could take the formula for area of a trapezoid. Base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. If you know that, then go for it. If not, consider this. You've got a trapezoid here. It is part of a rectangle with these 2 black pieces removed. Well, this is 3 by 5. 3 by 5. And if you put these 2 together, move this one over here, they're going to make a rectangle. A rectangle like that. 3 by 5 rectangle, so you just subtract off the area of the rectangle. So it would be base is 13 times 5 minus 3 times 5. Well, that's going to be 10 times 5 or 50. And that's the area. It'll be 50 square units. Same thing here. If you want the perimeter, simply take each side. There are 4 different sides in this case. Find all their lengths, add them up. For this, you take the rectangle and subtract off the triangle for the area. Take the rectangle and subtract off the area of the triangle. For a parallelogram, the formula is base times height. This is a parallelogram, 2 sides parallel to each other. So we simply do the height, which is, in this case, it goes from 3 to 11, so that is 11 minus 3, 8, and that is 3. So 8 times 3, the area is 24. For the perimeter, you're going to take this side and this side, and this side and this side, and add them all up. All you have to do is be fluent in the Pythagorean theorem in order to find the lengths. Area and perimeter, a couple of different ways you can do it. Find the length of each side. This appears to be a square, but double check that to make sure that it's a square. If it's a square, then you can find the length of this side. It'll be, in this case, the square root of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 squared plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 squared. So the square root of 16 plus 36, 16, 36, 52. If this length is the square root of 52, and I believe that this one also is the square root of 52, and so is this one, and so is this one. This is a square. This is a square. and the lengths are all square root of 52. Well, how do you find the area of a square? Just multiply base times height. Root 52 times root 52. Well, that's just 52, and that's the area. What's the perimeter? 4 root 52. And we're done. To summarize what we got here, perimeter, add up the sides. And how do you get the side lengths? Using Pythagorean theorem and counting. For the area, you can use your middle school formulas. Whoops. I guess we've lost the picture, but you can use your middle school formulas for the different shapes, or you can just take rectangles and subtract off the triangles.